Hey, good evening. Ross Nova here. So, in this video, I talk about our Minnesota state flag. Yes, the one behind me, not the fraudulent flag flying over the Capitol right now. That was voted by 5 people only, and that is horrible. That's a big decision for only 5 people to vote on what represents the whole state of Minnesota. It should have been on the ballots in the first place. And I think they feared that they put in the ballot that would never have passed. That's what they had people of 5 people voting on this. Horrible. So on day one, I'm going to revert it back to the original flag on day one. Only United States flag and Minnesota flag can fly on government property. Only U.S. and Minnesota flag, the one behind me, can fly on government property. Because we've seen other flags that don't belong there, especially the one that's fraudulent flying right now. Only USA and Minnesota flag can fly on any school or college ground that accepts any government funding from the state. In other words, if we're paying for high school to exist, or middle school or elementary, right? Because they do get state money to the schools, right? They cannot be flying any other flag but the Minnesota flag and the US flag. Period. Because there was a school in another state that flew Somali flag, right? If a high school decides to fly a Somali flag or any other flag in their school, I'm going to pull funding so fast that they would have to close down immediately. That I promise you. Does not make sense for Minnesota to be funding or paying for school that school does not represent Minnesota but represents another country. That's BS. I will not allow that. I think there might be some schools that is ran by Somalis or ran by other countries where they're very passionate about their country and they're flying their flag, right? And they're accepting state funds to maintain and to run it. 5 step into office and they still are flying their country's flag and we're funding that school, it would end immediately. That I can promise you. And I'm pretty sure the judges will be on my side. I'm pretty sure. I know there is a school, Yinghua Academy. It's it's Chinese school, taught by Chinese teachers and stuff. I believe that's private. And I don't think they accept any Minnesota funding, but if they are accepting Minnesota funding in any way, then they cannot be flying the Chinese flag. Period. Oh, the school bus driver. Let's move on. Again, so only U.S. and Minnesota flag can fly in any entity, such as businesses and programs the government is funding. So any business or entity, they cannot be flying any other flag except Minnesota and the U.S. That being said, let's move on to the next thing. Anyone working for the government must speak English. Proper English. As in not broken English, where me no English, me speak little English. No. you must speak proper English, full, clean sentences. I can understand if you have an accent, fine. But you should not be speaking broken English, period. When speaking in public, you must speak in English at all times. Mayor Fry, I'm speaking to you directly. When running for office, like for mayor, cannot be speaking Somali. You're not representing them, you're representing the city of Minneapolis, the state of Minnesota, the U.S., not Somali. So when speaking in public, you must speak in English. When being interviewed by anyone at any place, you must speak in English. When uploading any type of video, you must speak in English. Now, if I want to reach my friends, my Bulgarian friends, I have to speak in English, but I can have subtitles down here in Bulgarian. Period. You'll never catch me speaking Bulgarian. Well, I can't speak Bulgarian. So no, you'll never catch me. I challenge you. Social media must be in English. No other language. Whether it's Twitter, your Facebook, Instagram. And those videos that you post must be in English as well. It's that simple. You live in America, you speak English, that's it. At home, speak whatever language you want. If you're running for any government position, you must speak English. Mayor Fry, that's you, my buddy. No, you're not my buddy. I just made that up. All tests must be given in English language only in schools, right? When I know there's a lot of students failing because just the poor grades across, and I have few things that I want to pass that help students get back on track, but I'll talk about that more in another video. But all tests, whether it's English writing, whether it's science, whether anything else, has to be done in English, period, unless you're taking Spanish class or Somali class. When it comes to languages, fine, but when it comes to actual tests, reading, writing, English, science, history, all that stuff must be done in English and English only. Okay. Another thing, driver's licenses. It's a privilege, not a right. Okay. You must speak English to get your driver's license. I've come and there's accidents out on the road, right? And I stop to assist, and they can't speak a single English word. Makes it very difficult. If you and I get in an accident, right, and I come out of the car and want to trade information when it comes to insurance, and talking to the police officer, right? It's gonna be very, very difficult to find out for the officer or for me to get information from you because you can't speak English and you're driving a frickin' car. And police, whenever they pull someone over for whatever violations they do, and they find out if the person cannot speak, cannot write, cannot read, license will be pulled immediately because of safety. Just like Class A licenses, that's federal. Must have birth or legal name. Must have XX or XY for sex. Oh, what is that? You ask, because they don't teach this stuff in school anymore. Seriously. XXXY is your chromosome. It's your DNA. You cannot change it. A guy can put lipstick and say he's a female. A female can shave her head and say that she's male, right? You can take a bunch of drugs, go through surgeries, go through whatever to change your sex. Your DNA cannot be altered. So all driver's licenses going forward must be based on your DNA. XX female, XY male. Very simple. If you didn't know about that, take science class. I think that's about it for this evening. Thank you again, Ross Nova, shooting forward, brighter, bolder with each driver's license for a better tomorrow. Thank you.